Hello, beautiful ladies, and welcome to the softening series. This is week 3, and it's all about how I'm filling my cup so I can stay soft. So, I've been finding myself in this really enjoyable, I have to say enjoyable, in between space where I'm still feeling like myself, I'm still moving my body, I'm still in my familiar everyday rhythms that I really enjoy. And I'm also aware that there's a big transition which is coming. So, as you might know, especially if you've been with me for a bit, then you'll know that I'm stepping into a season of postpartum very soon. I'm about 4 weeks away from my due date at this point, and while I've been feeling very grounded and my cup is brimming right now, I know from experience that the things that fill my cup today, like my daily Pilates and long walks with my dog and brunch with my sisters and my friends and book club nights and evening stretching sessions with tea, right? These things won't necessarily translate or fit into my day in the same way once baby arrives, at least for the first few weeks. And here's the mistake that I've made in the past, and I've made it more times than I'd like to admit. But the good thing is I've learned my lesson. So the mistake is that I would wait until I was already worn down to realize that I needed something different. I needed a whole new self-care plan. And then I'd feel resentment building in me, that silent frustration because no one seemed, and when I say no one, I mean my husband, right? Seemed to not notice how much I was giving and how little I was receiving. But I've learned that softness in marriage begins long before the exhaustion sets in. It starts with choosing to nourish myself with intention and purpose. So this week, I've been creating my new self care list, the one designed for the postpartum season ahead. So I'm thinking ahead and preparing that list, even though I probably won't need it for a few weeks yet. And this is one that makes me feel excited to live my life, even in the slower, quieter, milk-stained days of early motherhood. Because when I feel alive and cared for, I love better, I listen better, I laugh more easily, I soften, and my marriage deepens, which is what we're all about. So honestly, that's what I want the most, anyways, right? To stay soft and open through this next chapter, not closed or depleted. So, I want to share with you what my new list looks like. And this is how I plan to keep my own cup full so that I can pour from love and not from survival or depletion. So, feel free to grab some ideas if they resonate with you. And I want to invite you as you glance through this list or listen to it to start thinking about what you want to add to your own list, because I'm going to invite you to that just up next. So, my personal self care list for postpartum starting in early December. I want to get a mani and a pedi. I'm thinking obviously red, not only for the holiday season, but it's also my favorite color. I want to wear fuzzy, fun socks and deliciously soft, snuggly sweatpants and cute tops. I'm going to be taking slow, gentle, easy walks with my dog with the baby cozy in a wrap. I'm going to be receiving all of the help offered to me, that's for sure. Holiday movies with the kids and delighting in holiday decorations, lighting a Christmas scented candle, baking Christmas cookies with the kids, snuggling the baby all day long, of course, holiday music filling the house, welcoming guests who want to drop by, calling at least one friend or family member every single week, taking abundant naps guilt free, receiving coaching to help me continue deepening my marriage. Yes, I do still receive coaching. Getting a facial or a massage, using heating pads on my shoulders during long nursing sessions, sipping delicious teas in beautiful fine china cups, receiving massages from my husband, which is obviously a pure desire. And last but not least, playing lots of games and puzzles and reading books with my kids. So I spent some time really thinking about this list that I just read off to you and just taking the time to write everything down Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, it just made me feel so light. I already feel joyful looking forward to this. I went from feeling slightly stuck and being like, oh gosh, I'm going to be healing. I won't be able to work out. The weather's going to be cold and crummy. I won't be able to enjoy nature. Just looking at everything I won't be able to do to feeling delighted and excited. And wow, look at all this amazing stuff I will get to do. And so that's what I'm talking about here, getting excited for the season that you're either currently in or transitioning into. I love that I can design a life that feels good to live, no matter how life is evolving. So, are you ready to soften alongside me this week? If you are, I'd love to invite you to make or update your own self-care list. Even if you've done this before, even if you feel like, oh, I just did this recently, I want to really invite you to take the time to make one that will truly get you pumped up right now. Not the season that you wish you were in, or not the someday when things calm down list, but the one that honors where you're at right now and where you're going, where you're transitioning into. So I want you to ask yourself this. Does my current self-care list get me to a 10 on the ridiculously happy scale? Because if it doesn't, that's okay. It just means that it's time to reevaluate and recalibrate. And I know for me, if I get lazy on this and don't do it, I pay the price and my marriage pays the price. So here's my invitation to you. Make a list of 20 things that would truly fill your cup right now, or the season that you're entering, right? That would take you from wherever you are on the ridiculously happy scale and bring you right up to a 10. So, not the version of you from 6 months ago, or a year ago, or even just 1 month ago, not the idealized, perfect, balanced version of you, just you in this chapter. And as you write that list and start getting creative and thinking of ideas, I want to invite you to just let yourself really feel it, to give yourself permission to get excited about your life again. You deserve it, and your marriage will be better for it. Because when you're lit up, even by something as simple as fuzzy socks or a good cup of tea, the energy spreads. It changes how you move through your home, it changes the tone of your marriage, and it changes you. The deeper I go into this softening journey, the more I realize that self care isn't just about feeling good, it's about staying connected to myself, to my husband, to my desires, to my joy, to my passion, and to love. When I'm well nourished, I show up with more patience, more playfulness, more affection. And my husband doesn't need to guess what version of me he's going to get that day because he feels my steadiness and my warmth. My fullness creates emotional safety and intimacy for both of us. This is the well-lived life in action, the pillar that reminds me that joy and rest are not luxuries, they're legacy. My children learn softness by watching me receive self-care. My marriage deepens because I'm not waiting to burn out before tending to my needs. So if you're in a season of change, or just a season where you feel stuck, whether it's a busy holiday season, maybe you're bracing for the cold of winter, maybe you're in a demanding job, or just emotional fatigue. Give yourself this gift. Create your self-care plan now. Fill your cup before it's empty. But of course, if your cup has already been empty for a long time or feels empty now, it's always better to be late than never to join the party, right? So when we're well nourished, we love from overflow. And that kind of love is the softest yet strongest force in the whole world. So I would love to invite you to do that list. Take your time, have fun with it, get really excited about your life again. And if you want help, if you want just someone to keep you accountable, or if you want to share your list, I'm always happy and love reading other people's lists. It helps inspire me. So feel free to email me or send it on over. You'll find that information in the description. Um, and if you're brand new here, welcome. The best place to start if you are new here is by downloading my free guide. It's called 5 Steps to Create Connection in Your Marriage. that is a perfect place to start. It gives you 5 actionable steps to start reigniting that connection in your relationship. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this was inspiring and helpful. I can't wait to start reading some of your ideas and what you're putting on your list. And I look forward to chatting with you again next week. Bye bye.